Welcome back to Inspection Pro Joe. Today, Joey and I have with us Jamie Kruger. Joey, you want to introduce Jamie for us?
Yeah, definitely, guys. So Jamie Kruger is the owner of Preferred Education, and I got introduced to Preferred Education 3-4 years ago now, and I met Jamie a couple years ago. And what we've been able to do, our inspection business, why I'm so excited to have Jamie on here is, we struggled getting into offices. Sometimes you try to approach a real estate office as a home inspector, and there's that gatekeeper in the beginning, and they may have already have a preferred home inspector, and it's so hard sometimes to get into the door. And with Preferred Education, rather than just going and doing a meeting to tell you how great our company is, we have these 5 or 6 classes that we can teach through Preferred Education, continue education to real estate agents. And that's helped us, believe it or not, get into many doors that we were not able to get into and get in front of agents. And we always talk about this. If you add value to somebody, that's a real estate agent, anybody, they're more likely to use you. It's amazing. I don't even have to tell them anything about my services. When I get done teaching the class or a class, they're like, hey, can I get your business card? They're asking me rather than me pitching them, because I've educated them on 5 of the classes, whether that be radon, mold, and I'll let Jamie get in all the teach, avoiding the aggravations of home inspections. And it's just amazing. You're not going in there selling. How many home inspectors hate to sell? I was one of them, right? And by providing this education course, you're going to get business. You're going to get into offices that you wouldn't be able to get into. And I'll let Jamie go into more about how they're implementing Zoom now. But shit, on my last Zoom call, I had 50 agents on it. That's crazy. How many agents show up to an office for a team meeting? Never really 50. You're lucky to get 15, 20. But now, because they can broadcast this on Zoom now, because of COVID, we're getting more people in our classes. So I'm getting in front of more people without even having to leave the door. But I wanted to introduce Jamie. He has an incredible program that he's built up over the last few years. So Jamie, tell us a little bit more about what you guys are doing to help home inspectors get business. I know this has worked tremendously for my company, but share your experience, because you deal with a lot of them.
Yeah, sure. We've been in the home inspection, working with home inspectors. I think it's going on like 6 years now. So we started this program quite a while back. We met a guy named Mike Crow, who's kind of a marketing guru in the space, and we started working with him and his group, and it's really expanded from there. And now we're working with everyone from the small one-man home inspector all the way to a number of a good portion of the largest home inspection franchises across the country. So, and what we've been able to do is people have always been interested in CE and providing CE, but the problem with it is that it just takes a lot of effort to manage it. There's just so much to it that to get involved with it, it's really outside of the scope of your business, and it's a lot of administrative work. And that is where we solve that pain point. What we've done is we've put together a fully automated system that really just handles everything for you from A to Z. So you basically get approved in your state as an instructor, and we assist you with that process. We take care of all that for you. So we walk you through all that. We also know all the rules, the regulations for each state. So as you get into a certain state, we know what you're dealing with there. And so we get you set up, we get you all of the courses, we provide all the course content, the PowerPoints, the course outlines, everything you need to teach. So really it's turnkey. So you don't have to think about it. You have all the materials you need. And if there's certain courses that are things you want to get approved, we can get those courses approved for you as well. So we can take your course materials and we can get them approved in your state. So we're providing you all that, and then on top of that, we give you complete access to a portal that will manage the entire program for you. So you can simply log in, download your course materials, schedule your classes, and as Joe mentioned earlier, when the pandemic hit, we were faced with an issue because we were doing everything in the classroom. So it was all 100% classroom courses that we were teaching. And when that happened, we said, we were basically shut down because nobody could get into the classrooms anymore. So we basically just started developing. We worked with Zoom, and we developed our own Zoom app in the Zoom marketplace. And so we worked on that. Took us a few months. We got that approved, and now we are doing online CE courses across the country. Not every state you can do online yet. Well, some of them you can, but we just got to go through a few more hoops in other states. So obviously, if you reach out to us, we'll let you know which states you can teach online and without any issues. And we've gotten approvals from many of the states, and we're continuing to get approvals, as we move forward. But yeah, teaching online is a great way to, as Joe said, get in front of a lot of people in a short period of time. And the nice thing about it is it's still giving you that face-to-face. You're actually, they're seeing you, they're learning about, who you are, and you'll teach first, you'll build that credibility, because once they understand that you've been out there, you're out there teaching, they know you know what you're talking about, and that just elevates you above some of the other competitors in your market, and you basically become the expert. So you're getting out there and teaching and getting informed. And the Zoom format allows you to get in front of more people, because normally, it's people got to go, they have to be sitting in an office somewhere, where this is, anybody, you could have classes in the, early in the morning or late at night. It doesn't matter when you do the classes. So, there's no substitute for doing in-person learning, teaching. If you can get them in a classroom, that's great. And as things, get better here over time, you can get in you'll be able to get in the classroom a little bit more. But even still, it's great to be able to do a combination. So you could do some stuff in the classroom, as well as teach some stuff online, as and combine those two. It's a great tool to have in your arsenal of marketing tools. So yeah, it's been great. We have great feedback, and a lot of our clients that have been on it we have clients that have been on it for years. If any of you out there, if you decide, you want to join us, we can get you, and we can connect you with people like Joe and other people that have had great success on the program. And, we can get you in front of all those people to, kind of brainstorm, talk more ideas about how to market it and so forth. But
and what's been great, I know just recently we had 2 of our marketing people within my company are now allowed to be instructors with Preferred Education, because they have that 3 years experience. It's 3 years, right, Jamie?
Yeah, it varies by state, and some you don't need 3 years. So some states you need 3 years experience, but other states, could be different. So all the rules vary by state, but
I know Virginia was 3 years experience, and I was so happy because now my marketing team is able to get in front and teach too. And so now we have 3 instructors within our company that are able to teach. So this thing is just growing, and now we can get in front of more agents and schedule more classes because we have more manpower to do so.
Yeah, and we do include in our program too. We include 2 instructors included in the program in the subscription fee, and we also include up to 2 states. So if you're some people are on like a border where they share a border, another state, they're going and doing some crossing borders and so forth, we can help you there as well.
And now a quick word from our sponsor, Pair Payments. Are you a home inspector looking to pair with the best payment processor to fit your needs? Well, look no further than Pair Payments. Call us today at 833-968-7767 or visit our website, pairpayments.com. And don't forget to ask about no-fee credit card processing. Thank you.
Yes, and I'm a younger inspection company owner. This has, like Jamie said, this helped establish me as an expert. When you're teaching somebody something, you immediately become the expert. But do make sure you understand the course material you're teaching, because we do live in a fact-check society where people can Google everything or ask Alexa anything that you're saying. So please make sure you know the information you're talking about. But even in your courses, it's not just a PowerPoint. You're giving notes below the PowerPoint on the topic. So realistically, if I didn't really know the material that well, I could almost teach the class, because you simplified it, that you give a PowerPoint and then you're giving notes for the instructor down below, further explaining topics and further explaining slides. That makes it very, very easy. And I like what you said about that it's all a back-end portal. Once the realtors have the link to sign up, it's done. There's really no work that needs to be done on your own, on our end, except mark that they attended the class, that everyone was at the class, that signed up for the class was there, and that's it. You've taken the work and really streamlined it and made an automated process for us to just plug and chug and add value and get business for agents. So thank you for making it so easy and intuitive for us to utilize. It's been really, really great for our, I know for our business, it's exploded the last 4 years since we've been doing this.
Yeah, great. Thanks, Joe. You've been doing, yeah, we've noticed you've been doing a ton of courses. Obviously, you're getting in front of a bunch of agents, which is great. And, you know, as you mentioned, scheduling is so easy. You just go into the portal, you click the button, you can say, I want to do a classroom, whether you want to do a classroom course or an online course, you schedule it. It sets up the landing page for you. So everything's set up there. You know, you basically have everything. You just need to promote that link. And once you get that link out there, people can just click on it and they can register. It goes into the system, automatically sends out email confirmation, It sends out reminders to let them know before, you know, and that, you know, a few days before the event that it's coming up. It takes care of tracking. It'll manage it. So if you do a Zoom class, it'll actually pull in all the attendee data when the Zoom course is finished. So it'll pull in how long they were on, and so you can track and make sure they were on a sufficient enough time to get the CE credits. And yeah, you just mark everybody as attended with one click of a mouse. You check the people that showed up, push a button, and they're going to get a course evaluation and get their certificate of completion. And it just handles all that process effortlessly. And then we file all the credits with the state. If your state requires credit filing, we take care of all that. And if it's a self-reporting state, then they'll just the credits they can report their own credits using their certificate. So that whole piece is all automated and ready to go. So.
And and on average, I know it varies by state, but how many courses are you offering per state?
It goes
on average.
It's anywhere from 6 to 12 courses are usually approved, and we have a wide range of topics. I mean, we have managing the home inspection, which is kind of a course just describing the whole inspection process. We've got mold, radon, lead related courses. We've got understanding newer homes. We've got I mean, it's just a wide range of topics that we have. Structural issues, septic tanks. I mean, we have a lot. So, and Joe, I'll have to even look at what you have. We might be able to, because I know, we have a wide range. We're always looking to get more courses approved. So if some of the newer content or other content we have, we can get approved. And we all like to work with our clients to get them as many courses as we can. And over time, in each state. And the way it works, one of the interesting things in how we work this is we'll have people, say like yourself, Joe, that'll submit course content to us and want to get it approved. And then what we usually do is we work to get that approved, and we ask that you give us permission to use it, in other markets where you're not operating. And then that way we kind of share that content out there, but that way you're not going to teach, someone else isn't going to teach your course in your own market. So we just spread it around out there and get as many courses out there as we can.
No, you've been great. And what I love, and this is why, and just for our listeners, what's helped us be very successful at implementing this course is sometimes you go into an office for a presentation or to teach a course and you don't get all the agents. But by having 6 to 12 different courses, by the time we've scheduled the course and the broker really who's on the course or some of the agents, they're like, oh, what other courses? I always tell them that we teach other courses during our classes, because now they're going to go back to their broker and say, oh, they do radon, they do mold. And we're already setting up to schedule another course, like our marketing team, right after we get done the course, because if we did managing the home, now we can do mold, radon, because we're talking about those things and especially managing the home inspection course, those topics. And now the agents are intrigued on the mold and radon. And what's been great, especially the mold course, I've saved agents money and their clients money just by teaching them about mold. And it's been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's truly amazing. So you can touch an office. I mean, you have 6 to 12 courses. I think Virginia has about 6 or 7, but you can you could teach each course the whole year in one office. And now you're touching them 6 to 12 times in a year. And imagine if it's an office with 100 or so agents, those agents are going to filter through and you're going to get in front of more agents because of that coursework. And it's been, like you said, I mean, we're very successful at doing it, but it's been tremendous. I can't even tell you the last time I went to an office and just did an office meeting and told them how great we were. I mean, granted, COVID, that's probably a little bit part of it. But the majority of the time when we get in front of the office, it's because of we're teaching a CE course. You know, the meet and greet and, you know, hey, we're Donna Freedom Associates, we're so great. That's kind of like what we do least now. We do more CEs and less of that. We still do that. I don't want to have that impression, but it's more CE courses because you have a lot of courses that we can go out and teach, which has been awesome.
Yeah, it's much better when you're in a position to talk about, you know, to teach them about things that you're going to create value for them, and you're going to educate them, as opposed to, you know, kind of put, you know, a lot of people are in your face about, hey, I can do this, you know, buy from me. You can do all that, but it's better if you can get right in front of them and create value and get them to learn to know you, trust you, be comfortable with you. And that happens as a result of, you know, face-to-face interaction. And really nothing is better than getting them, you know, either in the classroom or online on a Zoom call, and, you know, creating that you're creating really what you're doing is creating a relationship with them. And that's going to grow over the long term. And as you mentioned, the agents are just constantly streaming in. So, you know, you get new agents all the time. So you're you can teach a class and you could teach it again a month later, 2 months. You're always going to have different people on the call. And you could teach it, you know, some people will teach to specific agencies where you'll reach out to the agency, do the class just for their group, or you can open it up to agents from, you know, anybody, Keller Williams, Remax, you know, anywhere you want. You could bring them all into the fold, and however you want to set up the course, you can do that. But
and COVID's made it so easy with virtual learning. I mean, because you can really blast it to everybody.
Yeah, it's just
awesome.
It's a click of a mouse, and next thing you know, you're on a call with somebody. You could literally open up a Zoom, you know, schedule a Zoom class and promote it and be doing it the next day. I mean, you obviously, you know, it's good to give them a few days notice and promote and get out there. Also, I would recommend that if you're new to teaching online, you kind of practice a bit, you know, download the course materials, go through them. You can either do it with a friend or a family member, a colleague, or something like where you can practice a bit, schedule a class, make sure you're comfortable with the content, and you know, spend some time going through that process. And it just really, after you do a few of them, I mean, it's just pretty straightforward. You can get in there and get started, and before you know it, you've got, I don't know how many courses you've got under your belt, but last I checked, there was done a ton of them. So.
It's a few.
Sure.
It's like second nature for me now. And another key point I want to bring up, Jamie, is contact information. When they register for the course, you're getting their email, you're getting their phone number, you're getting what agency they're with. And so even if they've never used you, you can plug them into your software, and now they can be part of your email campaigns, your marketing campaigns, you know, and that's valuable. So now you've touched them with a course, and now you can touch them again, you know, and because it's all about touches and getting in front of them for that home inspection. You can send them a promotion for attending your course, give them a discount, you know, if they've never used you. Hey, since you attended this course, you get $50 off the next home inspection. And so now you're getting them into your funnel, and that's extremely valuable as well. So don't just teach these courses and have all these contacts and don't do anything with them, you know, or pray that they're going to use you. Put them in your system once you start doing this, and touch them. Even if you are doing this and you're listening to this podcast and you haven't done that, make sure you're putting them in your software. The contacts is one of the most powerful things we have as home inspectors, and to be able to follow up and reach out with them, and always make sure whatever you're driving them, whenever you're doing an email campaign, value added. You know, these courses are all about adding value. Make sure you're always adding value when you're reaching out to agents on your email campaigns. Give them something that they can utilize and use that'll help you get more business as a home inspector.
Jamie,
go ahead, Jake.
I see that you guys have adapted really well in the pandemic environment, and this model seems to be more than surviving, just absolutely thriving. Do you see this being the model moving forward using Zoom?
Yeah, I mean, I think it started out, as a necessity for people, they just couldn't get in the classroom. And then now it's people have become used to this type of learning, and it's becoming more and more, well, it's more convenient for people because they can, you can fit a CE class, you can squeeze it in. If it's in the middle of your day in the office, then you've got all these calls and everything going on where you can, depending upon when it's scheduled, you can just, see which classes are going on and just jump onto a class real quick and fit it in. And it's really convenient, and it's just a great way. And then like you said, Joe, that follow-up afterwards is key. So you're going to follow up with them. Once you don't do a class and then just, not contact anybody, follow up with them. Hey, how can I help you? Is there anything I can do for you? Do you have any questions? If you have an issue with with the home and you got some questions, you want to just give me a call. I'll take care of it. I'll answer your questions. It's like you create that connection. It's phenomenal. And one of the areas I want to touch too is, and one of the things we're doing is we started, like I said, we started with home inspection specifically, but now we're working with home stagers, we're working with title companies, we're working with mortgage and lending companies. We're working in the insurance space, working with Allstate agents, State Farm, different agencies across the country. So it's really kind of expanded into other areas, but also, now there's an opportunity, where we're doing some interesting things that are coming in the future here. We're going to be able to connect you with those people. So we're going to people on the platform that might be, say, in title or lending. You could connect with them as a home inspector, and you guys could piggyback off each other. And we're going to actually develop some technology within our system to create that interaction. So we're working on some great ideas for that. But and also, as we got set up here, we've got Joe set up, we just introduced an affiliate program as well. And we can give you more information about that, but it's a great opportunity to connect with those other. You can bring other people into the fold, like the title companies, stagers, home inspector, everybody around your business. You can bring those people in as well.
That's extremely valuable.
Yeah, and we pay a commission on those. So literally, if you have a handful of people, you could offset the whole cost of the program just by bringing a few people to us in your market in those other areas that are non-competitive to you. So that we're excited about that. The affiliate program is just rolling out. Joe's actually one of our first people in the program to join the program. So.
And what's valuable with that too is, it reminds me of like home buying seminars where you'd have the title guy, you'd have the insurance guy. And, it's not as they don't refer you as much as real estate agents, but they're still can refer you business. I've gotten tons of business from, or not tons, but a good amount of business from insurance people, title companies, more lenders, because sometimes they'll go to them for the mortgage and then they're asking them as a professional, hey, do you know any good home inspectors? They're not only asking the agent, but they're asking the lender because they got to get pre-approved. And so you just never know where business can get, and the more reach that you can have, the better. So this is a great program, guys. Jamie, thank you so much for being on. We really appreciate your time. Sure. I think our inspectors are going to get tremendous value out of this, because I did pre-approval for a pre-licensing, home inspector pre-licensing, guys, and it takes a lot of work, and depending on your state. I'm in Virginia, Maryland. It took a lot of months of work, and Jamie's already done the work for you. So if you want to add value to agents, if you want more business, I strongly encourage you to give Preferred Education a look. We're going to provide a link. There's going to be a link provided. So click on the link if you're interested, get in touch with Jamie, and sign up. It's a tremendous way to get new business and to get into offices that you may not be able to get into, especially if you're not salesy, because most home inspectors are really not salesy. They're doing home inspectors, but this is a great way to add value and gain the trust of agents. So thank you for coming on and explaining the program, Jamie. We really appreciate it.
Sure. Great. Thank you. Thank you both. And appreciate the opportunity to participate in the podcast here. Really enjoyed it. And to all of you out there listening, we're here to help. Just give us a call, reach out to us. We can explain the program. We can get you, we can do a one-on-one demo, or we can put you on a webinar for more details and get into the mechanics of it. And looking forward to working with each and every one of you that wants to use this tool to grow your business further.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, before we go, I want to give Jamie one plug. I see that you have a seminar coming up on May 4th, or a webinar with InterNACHI. It's titled The Secret to Connecting with More Real Estate Agents During This Pandemic. And I think that that would be, you know, a lot of value to anyone in our audience. And that's on the InterNACHI website. And it looks like it's free to register as well.
Yes, we'd like to see you guys all on that call. And if you want to reach out sooner, you're welcome to. And look forward to working with everybody.
Awesome, guys. And guys, if this podcast has helped you, added value to you, if you like what we're doing, please leave us a review. If you have suggestions on what topics you want to bring on, maybe you know a guest, maybe you want to be a guest, please reach out to us. We'd love to have you on so we can share and add value to other home inspectors in our industry. This is a business value added podcast for the inspection industry. And we thank you guys so much for listening. And please give us a shout out. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week.